We were talking about undocumented immigrants and how they would make natural allies with the Republicans if the Republicans could just get over their racism. And I talked about how they are hardworking individuals, they're very family oriented individuals, they're extraordinarily religious individuals. And this person here says, hardworking, family oriented, and religious? Yep, definitely not Democrats. Maybe that's why they shifted in huge numbers to the GOP. Never mind the fact that well over 70% of all the GDP in this country comes from those not hard-working blue counties. Never mind the fact that it's Democrats that are trying to keep families together, and it's Republicans that are trying to say, you can get married, but you can't. You can have a family, but you can't. And never mind the fact that, every fucking Democratic member of Congress ever, with the exception of maybe a handful, have all been religious. Yes, you're right. They did shift to the GOP in 2024. He almost got 50%. Behold the elusive Latino vote, often sought after but never fully understood by politicians or pollsters. Every 4 years, the general media tries and fails to encapsulate what exactly the second largest ethnic group in the U.S. seeks in a presidential candidate. A new study from the Pew Research Center shows that in the 2024 presidential election, a slight majority of Latino voters voted for former Vice President Kamala Harris, but they also voted for President Donald Trump at a much higher rate than they did in 2020. Trump managed to garner 48% of the Latino vote compared to Harris's 51% share, and significantly jumped past the 36% clip that he got during the 2020 presidential election. The study's results reveal that the initial 2024 exit polls actually underestimated Latinos' Trump support, with the Republican candidate tracking at 46% of the Latino vote on Election Day. You're absolutely right. More Latinos voted for Trump than they have in the past. But let me ask you a question. Why was it under 50%? Why was it even near 50%? Why are we talking about 60%, 70%, 80% of Latinos voting for Trump? Why not? I mean, after all, Republicans claim that they're the hard-working party, right? They're the blue-collar party. They claim to be the family-oriented party. They claim to hold the keys to the religious kingdom when it comes to the politicians. It's all of those things that you here are saying, yeah, that's not Democrats. I'm telling you, I think that Republicans and Latino voters would make perfect allies because of the things I've seen in my own personal experience. But they can't crack 50% in their best election. Why? It's their racism. It's because a majority of Latino voters out there understand what the Republican Party wants to do with them. They understand that the Republican Party, no matter who they are, wants to round them up and get rid of them. If the Republican Party could get past its racism, they would never lose another presidential election in this country ever again, because they would have the second largest ethnic group, the Latinos, in their corners. They already have the white voters, and if they got the Latino voters, it wouldn't matter if every black voter on the planet moved to the United States of America and voted for fucking Democrats. The Republicans would still win. But they can't get past their racism. On the planet is a bit of an exaggeration, obviously, but you understand what I'm saying. The Republicans are bragging about getting to 48% with a group of people who almost perfectly align with their beliefs. Anti-abortion, anti-gay marriage, very religious, very family-oriented, blue-collar hard workers. The Republican Party would own this country for the remainder of time if they just got past the brown skin.